Hello.
Hi, everyone. If you are wondering why Alaska looks extra fun today,
It was because at theater class, like, you know where you do stuff and
what kind of stuff?
Kids like dancing and get a performance. Today was my performance, so I hadn't taken my makeup for the performance.
Very cool. It's a very cute bed.
Yeah.
Look down a little bit so we can see it. Oh, there it is. Super cute. And did you have fun at your performance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get a little nervous when you're up there in front of all this, or do you just live it?
I kind of got nervous and I kind of laughed because before we got in on the stage, Ray, my baby sister, was looking at the chair like, Dada, and I was like, Ray, don't talk.
Yeah, she was so excited. So I am Crystal.
I'm Alaska.
And we're with
the Dog Psychology and Training Center.
And today's topic is going to be, should I leave my dog in the care of my kids this summer while they're home from school? And that's a big responsibility. And a lot of times this video or this Facebook Live is not just for families who haven't done our training, but even families who have done our training. We often will get contacted, early, mid, or even late summer after families thought their kids were ready for the responsibility of taking care of their dog while they're at work during the summer. And the dog started to regress with their potty training, with their naughty behaviors, with chewing on things they shouldn't. And so this Facebook Live is for those of you with children that are going to be home this summer from school, and you're wondering if they are ready to take care of your dog. So the first thing is, how old are your kids? Do they take care of themselves? Your kids need to be mostly independent enough to take care of themselves, let alone their dog. And it doesn't matter, well, it doesn't matter a little bit their age, but I know teenagers who aren't independent enough to take care of their own self. So ask yourself an honest assessment of your kid and the amount of responsibility you ask of them. Are they ready? Are they mature enough to remember not only to take care of themselves, but to take care of, feed, let out, and monitor, watch your dog for you during the day while you're at work? If you question the responsibility that your child can handle, then here's 2 steps. 1, you could do all control freak mama like me and just be like, you know what, just keep the dog in the crate. I'll let it out when I get home. That way it doesn't make any bad habits when I'm at work, and I'll take it from here. Or 2, homeschool mama, me, I would make a checklist and say, okay, these are your daily, what I call daily rituals for my son who's 5. I've been homeschooling him this year, and we have like a checklist that he completes every morning: brushing his teeth, brushing his hair, picking up the toys in his room, exercise, and Bible time. So I read him a little Bible verse, and then he practices memorizing a verse and coloring. So, but he's 5, and he knows every morning to do those 5 checklists. So you could make a little checklist for your kid and say, okay, make sure you brush your teeth, brush your hair, feed the dog, let the dog out to go potty, and have set times that they should let your dog out to go potty. That way, 2 things. 1, your kid has a reminder of what to do. And then 2, you have accountability when you get home from school, or when you get home from work, to say, it doesn't look like you let the dog out since breakfast time. And there's an accident in the house. Like, if you can't handle this responsibility, I'm going to have to keep the dog in the crate. So it gives you some leeway. We don't want that, do we? Leeway is some wiggle room. So it gives you some wiggle room to address their kid. But I was talking about leaving the dog in the crate because you made a crying face. Okay, it's okay. We got off on a tangent. So is your child old enough for this responsibility? And it also depends on your dog's accountability. How has your dog been doing? If they've been great for years with minimal to no supervision while you, the owner, the adult, the mom or dad, is at home, then maybe they are ready to be left out with your kids while they're home from school. If you just graduated a training program, or it's a weird looking bug, or it's okay. Or if, let's see, what were we saying before the bug came?
I don't know what you were talking about.
I don't either. So if your dog was newly trained, or maybe this past year your dog's been doing much, much better, but they still require a minimal amount of supervision, because without it, they might make a mistake and chew something or have an accident. So that also is something to consider. If your dog is fresh out of training, I would definitely suggest not leaving it out with your kids unless your kids are going to be just as diligent as you are monitoring your dog's behavior. Another thing to consider is dogs know kids are a little bit lower on the totem pole. They know that kids don't have as much cred as the parents. And dogs will often not listen to kids as well as they listen to their parents.
And that's the like kids that train dogs, like us.
That's right. Dogs.
Well, like me the most, because I'm the oldest, so I know the most about dogs. Instead of the 5-year-old Rain or the 3-year-old Rain who was talking about looking through the chair saying, "Gaga," with my performance.
That's right. So they would definitely not be good candidates to leave a dog home alone.
Because Rain will be like, "Come here, doggy," and turn us be petting it, and Rain will be like, "Let's run!" And I'll just be like, "Sit, place, go."
Yes, yeah. See, we got to have structure in the home. So, let's get ready to say something. So, is your dog ready to be left out of the crate? So again, realizing that it depends on your child's age and the amount of responsibility that they are capable of making, but then also your dog's behavior and where they are in their training. So if your dog, like I said, is fresh out of training, it's probably not ready to be left out this summer with your kids. And don't feel bad. Your dog will not be jealous that your kids are home playing, running around, and they're in the crate. They may be a little upset at first because they want to join in the fun, but it's not in a jealous sense that you would think. It's more of just once they realize this is the new house rule for the summer, they're going to be in the crate while the kids are home. They'll quickly get over it and just chill. And that's one of the things that we do here with the dogs that come to us is just because my kids are out playing doesn't mean the dog gets to be out playing. Sometimes they just...
Also, like, when the dogs are playing, you know how, like, when, like, what we do, Mom and Dad, if they're ready, they'll let us play, but the dog has to hold still to swap.
Yep.
That dog can't go free.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. The dog can't just play when we're playing.
Right. So, again, it goes back to how trained your dog is, right? Another thing to consider is if your dog's a puppy or not. And that's the second topic that I wanted to talk about was if your kids are going to be home from school, if your kid has a phone, if not, set a timer in the house, but make it clockwork that your puppy stays in its crate, except to go out and potty if it needs to eat. And I would do minimal play time during the day because guess what? When the summer's over, those kids are going to go back to school and you're going to be at work and that puppy's not going to have anybody home with it. So to not create a constant chaos for that puppy during the day and then all of a sudden school starts and the puppy's all alone, has nobody to play with, it's absolutely okay for potty training to have the puppy in the crate and only let them out on every 2, 3, or 4 hour schedule to help regulate that bladder and bowel control so that the puppy is capable of going accident free next summer. So that's our topic. That's what I want to talk about. Do you got anything else to add? That was a quick one.
That was really quick.
I know. We just flew through it. Do you have any tips for people leaving their dogs at home with their kids?
If you're leaving them home, you have to have some, like, if you don't have a cage and you don't have time to buy one there fast, or you have a plan on that and you do it that day, you just gotta find a spot that, like if you have another dog that has a really nice baby, that dog, you have to put it in a spot where they have to stay. Like, you can have them in, you can have them in a box with, about probably like holes all around, probably, like 2 big ones on the sides when you look out, because, if you don't put it on like a giant, because they need lots of space to play.
Do you think a dog would be cool?
Like, if it, how about, let's say it has this little door, and, well, I don't know. Oh,
You mean like a play yard? Like those things that kind of look like cages, but they kind of make a fence that you can put a dog in? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, yeah, and they have the door built into them like we have? Yeah. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we clarified because I don't want somebody to go buy a box, put their dog in a box, and then the dog is out of the box. That would be so crazy. Do you have anything else that you want to add to our Facebook Live today?
If your dog, like, if you have totally no room for your dog to go, and it just has to go free, you have to like straightly like this. Like, if you work at home, great. You can keep it on the dog. If you have a leash, you can tie it somewhere, and that dog can't go cuckoo everywhere.
Yeah, but only if you're home with the dog. So you don't want to tie a dog somewhere and then they get stuck or hurt and they can't get away. Yeah, but that's a great point. High five. Also, if your kids are going to have your dog home and they are early in their training phase, or you're not sure how the dog's going to do being left out with the kids while you're at work, tell your kids to keep the dog on the leash, your responsible kids, and to keep that leash in their hand all day when they have the dog out. If they need a break, they can put the dog in the crate, but as soon as that dog comes out, keep that leash on them. So if your dog starts doing the potty dance, it's within 6 feet of your kids, and they can see it and take it outside to go potty. If your dog's chewing on something, it's within 6 feet of your kids, and hopefully they'll see it and be able to stop that bad behavior. So keeping your dog on a leash is super important to prevent those naughty behaviors, to make sure that when you leave your dog home with your kids this summer, you can be proactive in making sure no new bad habits form and no old habits come back into fruition. So thanks so much for joining us today, guys. We love
Lindsay.
Say hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
We love our Facebook Lives with you every Thursday at 7:30, and we will see you next week at 7:30. Bye.
Wait, that was so short.
It was so short.
Wait, do you wanna?
Okay, hold on. We might have some more. Okay, guys. See ya.